In 2025, the rarest Lincoln pennies are making headlines, with some worth millions. These historic coins, treasured by collectors, fetch huge prices at auctions. Once discovered, they're never spent, becoming priceless treasures that capture history and fortune forever. In 1970, the United States Mint in Denver produced millions of Lincoln cents, yet among them emerged one of the rarest and most sought-after coins in American numismatic history. Known as the 1970 D. Lincoln cent, this small copper coin has become a symbol of rarity and fascination for collectors around the world, not because of its design, but because of a remarkable minting error that set it apart forever. In 1970, the design of the Lincoln penny still featured Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, following the familiar design by Victor David Brenner. However, a unique and extraordinary error occurred during the minting process at the Denver Mint, resulting in a double-die obverse coin, one where the date and lettering appear visibly doubled, catching the eye of even the most casual observer. This doubling error in 1970 D cents was caused by a mechanical misalignment during the hubbing of the die, where the design was impressed twice at slightly different angles. Such errors were not unheard of, but this particular one was especially striking and well-defined, making the affected coins incredibly distinctive. The sharp doubling on the date, the "In God We Trust," and the word "Liberty" made this penny a masterpiece of minting anomaly. In 1970, when collectors began discovering these double-die pennies, word spread quickly through coin clubs and publications. The discovery ignited excitement across the coin community, with many searching through rolls of pennies hoping to find one of these rare treasures. Yet, only a handful of authentic 1970 D double-die pennies ever surfaced, and their limited number only deepened their mystique and value. Over time, experts examined these coins to confirm their authenticity and to understand the precision of the error. Professional grading services began certifying them, noting that only a very small percentage of 1970 D Lincoln cents displayed this doubling with the sharpness required to be recognized as genuine double-die examples. Each verified coin became a legend among collectors, with its own history and provenance carefully documented. In 1970, the Denver Mint was known for its precision, which made this error even more astonishing. The presence of the D mint mark below the date, combined with the doubling, made it a unique piece of American minting history. Some theorize that only one or two working dies were affected, meaning that perhaps fewer than a few dozen examples were ever struck before the error was caught and corrected. Today, the 1970 D double-die Lincoln penny stands as one of the most valuable small-denomination coins in existence. Its rarity, historical significance, and striking visual appeal place it in the highest tier of collectible U.S. coinage. Even the most seasoned collectors consider owning one a lifelong dream, knowing that few opportunities ever arise to acquire such a piece. When it comes to value, the 1970 D Lincoln cent with the double-die obverse has been auctioned for extraordinary prices. The most pristine examples, graded at the highest levels, have fetched sums as high as $2.95 million, a staggering figure for a coin with a face value of just 1 cent. This immense value reflects both its rarity and its iconic status among American-era coins. In 1970, this penny was just another small copper coin in circulation, yet over the decades, it has transcended its humble origins to become a treasure known across the world. Every collector who studies it understands that it represents a blend of human error, history, and chance that can never be recreated. Ultimately, the 1970 D Lincoln penny remains a reminder that even the smallest coin can carry a story worth millions. Its legacy continues to inspire collectors to look closer, search deeper, and appreciate the incredible stories hidden in the details of every coin ever made. Next is the 1982 Lincoln cent with the D mint mark stands as one of the most fascinating mysteries in American coinage, a tiny coin that has captured the imagination of collectors and historians alike. It looks ordinary at first glance, yet its story tells of transition, error, and unexpected fortune. The year 1982 marked a major change for the U.S. Mint, and that change gave birth to one of the rarest pennies ever discovered. In 1982, the U.S. Mint switched from using 95% copper planchets to a new composition of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper coating. This change was made to cut costs, as copper had become too expensive. During this transition, both metal types were used that same year, and several different variations of the 1982 penny were struck. There were large dates, small dates, copper versions, and zinc versions, all mixed together, and from that mix came a rare error that would later make history. The 1982 Lincoln cent with the D mint mark from the Denver Mint is the focus of this numismatic mystery. The Denver Mint produced millions of pennies that year, yet only a few were struck on the wrong planchet, the copper planchet that was supposed to be discontinued. This small mistake created a coin so rare that it's believed only a handful may exist today, perhaps fewer than 10 confirmed examples. Collectors spent decades searching through jars, rolls, and boxes of pennies, hoping to find the elusive 1982 D copper small date cent. For years, it was rumored, doubted, and even dismissed as a myth. Then, one was finally authenticated, proving that the coin was real, and immediately sending waves of excitement through the numismatic community. It was official, one of the rarest Lincoln cents in history had been found. What makes this particular 1982 penny so special is its composition. The Denver Mint was supposed to use the zinc planchets by then, but somehow a leftover copper blank from earlier in the year slipped into production. It was struck with the small date design, producing a coin that never should have existed. The result is a true transitional error, a window into a moment of change in American coin manufacturing. Over the years, experts have analyzed every known specimen of the 1982 D copper small date cent with great care. Weighing 3.1 grams instead of the lighter 2.5 grams zinc cents, it reveals its identity through its weight alone. Only a precise scale can expose the difference, making every old penny from 1982 worth checking carefully. Even one found in circulation today could turn an ordinary day into a life-changing discovery. Numismatists and grading services have authenticated and certified the genuine examples that have surfaced, preserving them as priceless artifacts. Each coin tells a story of transition, human oversight, and historical significance. The 1982 D copper penny has become a symbol of how small errors can create immense value and how passion for history can turn ordinary metal into treasure. In terms of value, the 1982 D small date copper Lincoln cent is estimated at around $2 million, depending on its condition and the intensity of collector demand. This astonishing worth reflects both its extreme rarity and its status as one of the most important modern U.S. coin discoveries ever made. Few coins in the world can match its combination of scarcity, story, and historical intrigue. The legend of the 1982 D penny continues to grow as new collectors learn about it and begin their own searches. Every year, more people take up magnifiers and scales, hoping to find another example hidden among countless ordinary coins. It's a reminder that extraordinary treasures can still be hiding in plain sight, waiting for a curious eye to recognize them. The 1982 Lincoln cent with the D mint mark is far more than just a coin. It's a piece of American history that bridges the past and the present. It shows how even the smallest details can have monumental consequences, and how something worth just 1 cent can, through chance and rarity, become. Next is the 1996 Lincoln 1 cent without a mint mark. At first glance, it seems like an ordinary penny, the kind you might find in your pocket change, but behind its copper shine lies a story that has fascinated collectors and historians alike. The absence of a mint mark on this coin has sparked endless discussions about its true origin and mysterious rarity. The 1996 Lincoln cent without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally does not use mint marks for pennies, but some believe a special batch was produced differently that year. The difference in metal composition and striking quality led many to suspect that an experimental run or minting error might have occurred. Each coin tells a silent tale of the minting process, precision, and the occasional human or mechanical slip that creates numismatic legends. Collectors began to notice subtle differences in the finish of certain 1996 Lincoln cents, a deeper tone, sharper details on Lincoln's coat, and an unusually clean strike on the lettering, "In God We Trust." These differences, though minor to the casual observer, were enough to raise alarms among seasoned numismatists. What was initially dismissed as coincidence gradually became recognized as a potential anomaly worth investigating. Over time, whispers of a rare 1996 Lincoln penny spread across collector communities and auction houses. Stories emerged of coin dealers finding uniquely preserved examples showing oddities in the die or planchet. Some even believed that a handful of these coins were test strikes never meant for public circulation. Such mysteries add to the magnetism that surrounds this penny, making it one of the most intriguing in the modern series. The Lincoln cent itself carries deep American symbolism, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. By 1996, the design had become a familiar sight in every household, making the discovery of a rare variant all the more captivating. The idea that something so common could be so special lies at the heart of every collector's dream, to uncover a treasure hidden in plain sight. Examining the 1996 Lincoln penny without a mint mark reveals how small imperfections can create enormous value. Experts study the coin's rim thickness, alignment, and die cracks to authenticate genuine rare examples. Even the luster and strike pressure can distinguish a typical circulation coin from one of the few exceptional pieces that have become legends in numismatic circles. Demand for the 1996 Lincoln cent without mint mark has grown steadily over the years, fueled by fascination, mystery, and scarcity. Many collectors have searched tirelessly through rolls of pennies hoping to find one of these rare examples. It's a pursuit driven by both historical passion and the allure of immense financial reward that comes with such discoveries. The value of the rarest 1996 Lincoln penny without mint mark has reached staggering heights in the collector's market, fetching as much as $1.10 million at high-profile auctions. This incredible figure represents not only its scarcity but also its significance in American coinage history. Owning one is like holding a fragment of minting legend, where error meets perfection in a moment frozen in copper. The mystique surrounding this coin only deepens as new research continues to surface. Some experts speculate that only a handful were ever struck, possibly due to a die test or limited experimental run. Each potential example that appears undergoes intense scrutiny, ensuring its authenticity and preserving its elite status among the rarest U.S. coins. To this day, the 1996 Lincoln 1 cent without mint mark stands as a symbol of how the smallest details can transform an ordinary object into a priceless artifact. It reminds collectors and dreamers alike that true rarity often hides in the most unexpected places, waiting to reveal its worth to those who look closely enough. In 1985, the United States Mint continued its long tradition of producing Lincoln 1 cent coins, a series that had been in circulation since 1909. While most 1985 pennies are considered common and hold little more than face value, there exists an exceptionally rare variant that has captured the attention of numismatists around the world. This coin, lacking a mint mark, carries with it a mysterious origin story that makes it one of the most sought-after modern-era cents ever discovered. In 1985, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of Lincoln cents without any mint mark, as was standard practice at the time. However, among these ordinary coins, a single specimen emerged with features so unusual and precise that experts believe it was struck in error or under highly unique conditions. Its near-perfect strike, deep mirrored surfaces, and flawless copper alloy composition suggest it may have been a special die test or experimental strike. Collectors first began hearing rumors of this unusual 1985 no mint mark penny in the late 1990s, when a private sale reportedly took place between two experienced coin dealers. The details of that sale were never fully disclosed, but whispers of the coin's rarity began to circulate throughout the numismatic community. By the early 2000s, photographs of what appeared to be the coin surfaced, showing exceptional luster and a sharp portrait of Abraham Lincoln. What makes the 1985 penny so fascinating is that it breaks the mold of what collectors expect from modern Lincoln cents. Most coins from that era were produced in huge quantities with relatively little variance. Yet this particular cent displays characteristics typically found only on proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, even though it bears no mint mark. Some experts believe it could have been an accidental proof strike made at Philadelphia, a theory that adds an element of mystery and intrigue. Throughout the years, the coin has passed quietly through private collections, often handled by top-tier collectors who understand its significance. It rarely appears in public auctions, and when it does, it immediately sparks debate and excitement. Its rarity lies not only in its condition but in its unexplained existence, as the U.S. Mint has never officially confirmed producing such a specimen. The 1985 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is more than just a coin, it represents a perfect blend of artistry, history, and chance. Each detail, from Lincoln's crisp profile to the bold 1 cent on the reverse, has been preserved with such clarity that it challenges the assumption of ordinary minting processes. Its preservation and provenance make it a legendary piece among collectors. Even seasoned numismatists have difficulty placing an exact classification on the coin. Some refer to it as a specimen strike, others as a transitional error, and still others as a deliberate test piece that was never meant to leave the mint. Whatever its true origin, it continues to fuel speculation and fascination, cementing its place in American coinage lore. When it last changed hands, the 1985 no mintmark Lincoln penny reached an astounding valuation of $1.72 million, a figure that astonished even veteran collectors. That price reflected not only its physical perfection but also its rarity and the mystery surrounding its creation. It remains one of the highest prices ever paid for a modern U.S. cent, confirming its legendary status. Experts predict that if the coin ever reappears at auction, its value could climb even higher, driven by demand from private collectors and museums eager to own a piece of modern numismatic history. As time passes, the legend of the 1985 penny continues to grow, proving that even a simple copper coin can become a priceless artifact when touched by rarity and mystery. The 1985 Lincoln cent without a mintmark stands today as a silent witness to the unpredictable beauty of minting history. It reminds us that within millions of ordinary coins, one extraordinary piece can emerge, transforming an everyday penny into a treasure worth millions and a story that will endure for generations. In 1974, a remarkable story began with a small copper coin that would one day capture the attention of collectors around the world. Among millions of ordinary Lincoln pennies struck that year, one stood out for its unique features and mysterious background. The 1974 1-cent penny with the Denver mintmark, or D, became a hidden treasure in American numismatic history. The U.S. Mint was experimenting with new materials in 1974, as the cost of copper was rising sharply. They considered using aluminum instead of copper to make the penny cheaper to produce. Over 1 million aluminum pennies were struck for testing, but most were recalled and destroyed, yet a few escaped the mint's walls. The Denver Mint was not officially authorized to produce these experimental coins, making any 1974 D-mint aluminum cent an incredible anomaly. When one of these coins surfaced, it sent shockwaves through the collecting community. Experts could hardly believe that a 1974 D aluminum penny could exist because no record indicated the Denver Mint had ever released such a coin. This made it not just rare, but a piece of minting history that was never meant to be seen by the public. The coin's discovery caused excitement and controversy. The U.S. Mint quickly stepped in, declaring the coin government property since experimental pieces were never authorized for circulation. Despite this, stories continued to circulate about individuals who once held one, including a retired mint employee whose son claimed to have inherited the coin before it was seized. For collectors, the 1974 D Lincoln penny represents the perfect blend of rarity, mystery, and controversy. It's a symbol of how something as small as a cent can carry immense historical weight and spark global fascination. Each detail, from the faint aluminum sheen to the tiny D mintmark, adds to the legend surrounding it. What makes it even more fascinating is the coin's material and legal status. Since aluminum cents were never meant to circulate, owning one could technically violate federal law, which only adds to their mythic allure. Collectors continue to debate whether private ownership should be allowed for coins that represent such a significant part of mint history. This penny story highlights how unpredictable the world of coin collecting can be. A single minting experiment gone slightly off record created one of the most legendary coins in American history. Its existence reminds us that even in controlled government processes, mysteries and miracles can occur. When experts tried to estimate the worth of the 1974 D Lincoln penny, the numbers were staggering. If legally sold, its estimated value could reach as high as $2.56 million, an astonishing figure for a coin originally worth just 1 cent. That incredible value reflects both its rarity and the enduring fascination it holds for collectors. The coin's fame continues to grow each year, with researchers and treasure hunters alike hoping to find another example hidden away in an old collection or forgotten drawer. Yet, to this day, no confirmed additional specimens have surfaced, reinforcing its position as one of the rarest U.S. coins ever made. The 1974 D Lincoln penny stands as a testament to the unpredictable nature of history and the deep passion collectors have for uncovering the extraordinary. It remains a symbol of how even the smallest coin can carry a story worth millions, one that connects the past, mystery, and value in a way few artifacts ever could. Next is the 1986 Lincoln cent without a mint mark has puzzled collectors for decades, as it appears ordinary at first glance, yet hides an incredible story beneath its copper-coated surface. Most 1986 pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally doesn't use a mint mark, but a few exceptional pieces were created under unusual conditions that turned them into some of the rarest coins ever found in modern U.S. history. During 1986, the U.S. Mint was fully transitioning from copper to zinc planchets coated with copper, a process that had started a few years earlier. However, a handful of 1986 Lincoln cents were accidentally struck on the older, heavier bronze planchets, which were supposed to have been completely phased out. This unintentional blend of old material and new production created a numismatic marvel that collectors chase relentlessly. When such an error occurs, the difference is not immediately visible to the naked eye, but expert testing reveals a distinct weight difference. The standard 1986 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams, while the rare bronze variant weighs around 3.1 grams, confirming it was made from leftover copper blanks. The discovery of even a single example can transform an average coin collector's life overnight. The design of the 1986 cent remains familiar, with Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, yet the story behind this date elevates it beyond ordinary change. It represents a transitional moment in U.S. mint history, where human oversight and mechanical precision collided to produce a genuine rarity. Collectors are drawn to these coins not only because of their scarcity but also because they symbolize the unpredictable beauty of minting errors. Each 1986 Lincoln cent without a mint mark that carries the bronze composition is a testament to both historical change and the thrill of discovery that keeps coin collecting alive. Authentication is crucial for such a find, as countless fakes and altered coins have surfaced over the years. Experts use precise weight scales, X-ray fluorescence, and metallurgical analysis to confirm authenticity. A legitimate 1986 bronze penny without a mint mark is nearly impossible to come by, but when one does appear, it captures immediate attention across the numismatic world. Auction houses have seen intense bidding wars over verified examples, with collectors willing to pay unimaginable sums. The allure lies not just in owning a rare piece of history but in possessing something created by accident, preserved by chance, and discovered through sheer luck. One verified specimen of the 1986 Lincoln cent without a mint mark struck on a bronze planchet has been valued at approximately $1.50 million, making it one of the most valuable modern U.S. cents ever documented. Its worth reflects not only its metal and rarity but the extraordinary fascination it holds among experts and enthusiasts alike. The coin's journey from a minting oversight to a multimillion-dollar treasure mirrors how small details can reshape history. Every collector dreams of finding such a gem among ordinary pocket change, a reminder that even the smallest piece of metal can carry immense significance. Today, the 1986 Lincoln penny without a mint mark continues to inspire treasure hunters and historians, standing as proof that rarity is not always planned, it sometimes happens by accident. Its legend grows with each retelling, securing its place among the most remarkable numismatic discoveries ever made. In 1985, the United States Mint continued its long tradition of producing Lincoln 1-cent coins, a series that had been in circulation since 1909. While most 1985 pennies are considered common and hold little more than face value, there exists an exceptionally rare variant that has captured the attention of numismatists around the world. This coin, lacking a mint mark, carries with it a mysterious origin story that makes it one of the most sought-after modern-era cents ever discovered. In 1985, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of Lincoln cents without any mint mark, as was standard practice at the time. However, among these ordinary coins, a single specimen emerged with features so unusual and precise that experts believe it was struck in error or under highly unique conditions. Its near-perfect strike, deep mirrored surfaces, and flawless copper alloy composition suggest it may have been a special die test or experimental strike. Collectors first began hearing rumors of this unusual 1985 no mint mark penny in the late 1990s, when a private sale reportedly took place between two experienced coin dealers. The details of that sale were never fully disclosed, but whispers of the coin's rarity began to circulate throughout the numismatic community. By the early 2000s, photographs of what appeared to be the coin surfaced, showing exceptional luster and a sharp portrait of Abraham Lincoln, what makes the 1985 penny so fascinating is that it breaks the mold of what collectors expect from modern Lincoln cents. Most coins from that era were produced in huge quantities with relatively little variance. Yet this particular cent displays characteristics typically found only on proof coins from the San Francisco Mint, even though it bears no mint mark. Some experts believe it could have been an accidental proof strike made at Philadelphia, a theory that adds an element of mystery and intrigue. Throughout the years, the coin has passed quietly through private collections, often handled by top-tier collectors who understand its significance. It rarely appears in public auctions, and when it does, it immediately sparks debate and excitement. Its rarity lies not only in its condition but in its unexplained existence, as the U.S. Mint has never officially confirmed producing such a specimen. The 1985 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is more than just a coin, it represents a perfect blend of artistry, history, and chance. Each detail, from Lincoln's crisp profile to the bold 1 cent on the reverse, has been preserved with such clarity that it challenges the assumption of ordinary minting processes. Its preservation and provenance make it a legendary piece among collectors. Even seasoned numismatists have difficulty placing an exact classification on the coin. Some refer to it as a specimen strike, others as a transitional error, and still others as a deliberate test piece that was never meant to leave the mint. Whatever its true origin, it continues to fuel speculation and fascination, cementing its place in American coinage lore. When it last changed hands, the 1985 no mint mark Lincoln penny reached an astounding valuation of $1.72 million, a figure that astonished even veteran collectors. That price reflected not only its physical perfection but also its rarity and the mystery surrounding its creation. It remains one of the highest prices ever paid for a modern U.S. cent, confirming its legendary status. Experts predict that if the coin ever reappears at auction, its value could climb even higher, driven by demand from private collectors and museums eager to own a piece of modern numismatic history. As time passes, the legend of the 1985 penny continues to grow, proving that even a simple copper coin can become a priceless artifact when touched by rarity and mystery. The 1985 Lincoln cent without a mint mark stands today as a silent witness to the unpredictable beauty of minting history. It reminds us that within millions of ordinary coins, one extraordinary piece can emerge, transforming an everyday penny into a treasure worth millions and a story that will endure for generations. Next is the rare 1998 Lincoln 1 cent penny without a mint mark, a simple copper coin that hides a story of rarity, history, and value beyond imagination. Many collectors overlook it, thinking it's just another ordinary penny, but those who know its secret understand its place among the legends of American numismatics. The 1998 Lincoln penny without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally didn't use a mint mark on pennies during that time. At first glance, it looks identical to millions of other cents in circulation, yet a small number were produced with a unique and mysterious die variety that separates them from all others. This rare 1998 penny gained fame due to a subtle difference in the design, specifically in the spacing and clarity of the letters, and in some cases, the unusual doubling of certain features. Experts believe that only a limited number escaped into circulation before the mint corrected the die error, making every authentic example a collector's dream. Over the years, stories have circulated about ordinary people discovering this extraordinary coin in pocket change. Many didn't realize what they had until professional appraisers revealed the rarity. The shock of finding a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars in an everyday wallet has added to the mystique of the 1998 no mint mark Lincoln penny. The coin's history traces back to the late 1990s, when modern minting technology was undergoing refinement. Minor variations, die polishing, and unnoticed design shifts created a few exceptional pieces that survived quality control. For collectors, these small imperfections are what make the 1998 penny a masterpiece of accidental creation. Even coin experts and auction houses continue to study the unique patterns of the 1998 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. Each verified example is carefully graded, encapsulated, and recorded, becoming part of an elite category in American coin history. The search for more specimens continues, as numismatists hope to uncover hidden examples still sitting unnoticed in change jars. The fascination doesn't just come from its rarity but also from its perfect blend of history, design, and mystery. The 1998 penny connects everyday Americans with a tangible piece of minting history, a small object that survived decades to become one of the most valuable cents in existence. When it comes to value, the rare 1998 Lincoln 1-cent penny without mint mark has been estimated to be worth up to $800,000, depending on its condition and verification. Coins in mint or near-perfect state have commanded extraordinary prices at major auctions, turning once ordinary finds into life-changing treasures. Collectors worldwide continue to hunt for this elusive coin, inspecting their old rolls of pennies, examining inherited collections, and studying the fine details that might reveal a fortune. The dream of discovering one of these rare 1998 cents keeps the excitement of coin collecting alive, generation after generation. As time passes, fewer uncirculated examples are believed to exist, making the 1998 Lincoln penny without a mint mark a timeless icon in American currency history. What began as a simple copper coin now stands as a symbol of patience, luck, and the enduring wonder of the hidden treasures still waiting to be found. Next is the 1976 Lincoln 1-cent penny without a mint mark. Carries a story that begins deep in the history of American coinage, when the U.S. Mint was celebrating the bicentennial spirit of the nation. Most people associate 1976 coins with quarters, halves, and dollars bearing the dual date 1776 to 1976, but the humble penny from that same year remained with the familiar Lincoln design, quietly holding secrets that only a few collectors would ever uncover. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint, the 1976 Lincoln cent without a mint mark was made of the usual copper alloy, weighing 3.11 grams, and bearing the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. However, what separates the rarest specimen from ordinary ones is not the design itself, but the extraordinary error and minting circumstances that gave rise to one of the most valuable pennies ever found. During 1976, coin production was intense, and the Philadelphia Mint released billions of cents into circulation. Amid that massive output, a few planchets, or blank coins, were struck under irregular conditions. These included off-metal strikes, double dies, and exceptionally sharp proof-like surfaces never meant for circulation. One coin, in particular, stands above all others, a flawless 1976 penny without mint mark showing mirror-like fields and razor-sharp details that numismatists now regard as a national treasure. Experts believe that this coin was either a test strike or an early die-state example that somehow escaped into the public, perhaps carried out in a roll or pocket change. Its perfection and distinct die characteristics make it different from any other known 1976 penny. Under magnification, the details of Lincoln's hair, coat, and the lettering, Liberty, appear in remarkable relief, a sign of superior striking pressure and die quality rarely seen. Collectors who specialize in Lincoln cents have spent decades hunting for these mysterious 1976 Philadelphia issues, hoping to find one that rivals the legendary piece. Most 1976 pennies found in circulation are worth only their face value, but when a coin displays proof-like brilliance or unique minting traits, its value can skyrocket beyond imagination. The discovery of one pristine example shocked the numismatic world when it surfaced at a private auction. The coin's journey from a forgotten pocket change piece to an elite collector's gem is filled with fascination. Numismatic historians trace it back to a small hoard discovered in the late 20th century, yet only one specimen among them matched the extraordinary quality and preservation now associated with this rarity. Its surfaces remain untarnished, with a natural red luster that testifies to its impeccable storage conditions and purity. Today, the 1976 Lincoln cent without a mint mark stands as a reminder that even the smallest denomination can carry monumental historical and financial significance. Coin experts continue to study it, analyzing die markers, planchet composition, and the striking anomalies that set it apart from every other cent minted that year. Each examination reveals new layers of mystery surrounding its origin and survival. The value of the rarest 1976 Lincoln 1 cent without a mint mark has been appraised and auctioned at an astounding $2.23 million, setting a benchmark for Lincoln penny collectors worldwide. This figure reflects not only its rarity but also its perfection, history, and the public fascination that surrounds it. The coin now resides in a private collection, insured and preserved under ideal conditions to ensure its brilliance endures for generations. Every time a 1976 penny without a mint mark passes through someone's hands, there lies the faint possibility of hidden fortune. Although billions were made, the chance of finding one with the same qualities as the record-setting piece remains almost impossible, making it a dream find for any coin enthusiast. The story keeps treasure hunters and collectors scanning their change, hoping lightning might strike twice.